April Lund here. I wanted to take some time to give a reflection on my 2018 season. I'm here at the Honolulu airport, so Jeff and I are actually taking our first vacation in 3 years together, which has been really, really nice, and just to spend that time together, not only to recover, but just to grow as a couple, and just reflect on overcoming this year. So, I've got a lot of thank yous, but before I even get there, I want to talk about the year. And I saw a quote last night on Facebook before I went to bed by Melanie Carvel that said, working out is about all the things you have to gain, not about what you have to lose. And I often think that a lot of times when we think about changing our life, or we think about reaching goals or getting outside our comfort zone, all we can focus on are all the sacrifices we have to make and all the things that we have to give up, when in reality we're not giving up or sacrificing anything that's important to us, because the things that are important to us should also be good for us and healthy, and should help us be more fruitful in life and to get where we want to be in life. And for me, 2018 has been a really crazy journey, and as a matter of fact, my whole story has been a crazy journey. As we know, about 4 years ago, I was an alcoholic, 80 pounds heavier, 44.8% body fat, and to think that I am just short of qualifying for the Olympics is, it's unbelievable. I would have never thought when I got sober that this would be a possibility, and to be where I am today. I actually looked at all the race photos from the marathon on Sunday, and I didn't know it, but now I know why I made the news for crying. Apparently when we made that last turn, I guess I cried down the whole stretch. I'll post those photos soon, but okay, so let's talk about this year. So first of all, I just want to say thank you to God, because with men things are impossible, but with God all things are possible. And this year has been a story of overcoming. It started out fantastic. I started back in February. It was actually February 3rd. I started out with a PR half marathon of 1:23:12, and that's when my coach Rich and I decided that we were going to go for the Olympic trials. And then my first race in April, I ran a PR 38:02 10K, and but something happened during that race. I had a lot of pain. My stomach locked up. I thought I was going to pass out. It was just really, really weird. And I just chalked it up to it's 7 degrees outside, and I've been on a treadmill since July. So then the next weekend in April, is April 14th, I PR'd my 10 mile, and that was a 63:02, which was the first time I ever broke an elite standard for U.S. track and field, so that was really neat. But once again, I felt really, really weak, and I didn't feel right, and I got the really bad knots in my stomach. After that, I had one of the biggest failures of my life, which was the Fargo Marathon. My heart was broken. It's still pretty hard to talk about. I really had worked so hard, and to not reach my goal. And fourth place at Fargo was great. It wasn't the place that was hard, it was the time was hard. And so that was really my first real big failure of the year. After knowing something was wrong there, I contacted a doctor in Minnesota, Restorative Health Solutions, which special thanks to Restorative Health Solutions, I couldn't do what I do now without them. And they talk to me almost daily via email, and just are making sure that everything's on track. But I found out in April that I had mono, or Epstein-Barr virus, not just like the normal level people get, but actually 8 times the level of mono. And for most people, when you have mono, you're out for 1 to 2 years training. I had people in college that I know that, I mean, they couldn't even compete. So I also found out that I am a perfect storm for autoimmune diseases. So this year I've been diagnosed with Hashimoto's, with the start of MS, and then for those of you that were following me on Facebook, you know, today's day 81, but for about 70 to 75 of those days, I couldn't hold in food or liquid properly. So I've been, and that was during the height of my marathon training, which I've only been training at about, I want to say 60%. So most elite runners or sub-elite runners are running 100 to 120 miles. Rich was able to find a really good quality mile, so 50 to 60 miles a week without tearing me down. So, but then I was diagnosed with lymphocytic colitis, of which I'm starting to now get a handle on, and we're doing that naturally, which is awesome. So it's been kind of a relief on my trip. The morning of the marathon, I didn't know what was going to happen. I had another huge failure this year. I didn't three-peat at the Fargo Mini. Due to my bathroom circumstances, I actually had to stop 6 times in the race to go to the bathroom. Not just bathroom, but, you know, out of that way, which cost me the race. I almost passed out during the race because I had no nutrition, no water. I even ran part of the race with my butt out. It was really cold, so you couldn't tell that your pants weren't pulled up. That was a little humiliating on top of the loss. But once again, those failures have helped build me up to where I am today. So also this year, something incredible happened for me. You know, I have been asking God for a tool and for help with becoming a better athlete and becoming stronger and helping get a guide on my nutrition. Be careful what you ask for, because with that, you know, with all the autoimmune diseases, I have become gluten, dairy, and soy free, which I feel has been the biggest contributing factor to my success this year. It's been great, and I did lose about 10 pounds from it by upping my calories, about 1,000 calories a day, but I feel it's given my body the chance to recover and to be stronger, and I feel that's the reason why I've been able to compete through the mono, which I'm still struggling with now. That's why I've been able to compete through the Hashimoto's, through the, you know, start of MS, through the lymphocytic colitis, is due to those nutritional changes. So for any of you out there that are struggling with any type of autoimmune disease, I know there's lots of people with type 1 diabetes and things like that. I really urge you to do some research and to go, you know, for sure gluten-free, but anything that's going to be an inflammatory to your body, you have to get rid of it, or those diseases will progress. So, so also besides all those things I've been struggling with this year, I've also had a broken ankle. A lot of you don't probably know that. I downplayed it a lot for my coach. Back in March, April, I had a real big burning across the top of my foot, like the dome over the talus area, and my tibia and fibia, they're supposed to look like this, and they completely separated. A lot of pain. I ran with that taped actually all the way until about September. And it had finally grown back together even through the miles, but then with the lymphocytic colitis and the lack of any type of nutrition or hydration staying in me, it actually re-broke again right before the marathon. So still letting that guy try to heal up and get a handle on that, because any imbalance in my step or my gait is going to cost me seconds. So as that heals, I should also get faster as well. So I think that's pretty much the adversity I've struggled with this year. I've had a lot of successes. I've had a lot of failures. I did win the Bismarck Marathon this year, which was one of my biggest goals for the entire year. I set my 10K PR. I set my 5K PR. in my 10-mile race, I ran like 18:20, 18:22 on the way back from my 10-mile in Alton. So I'm going to count an 18:20 as a 5K PR, even though it wasn't a 5K race. But I got my little cheat notes here. I set my 5K, my 10K, my half marathon. I did that in February, so I did set that PR, even though I am so faster than a 1:23:12. I'm going to be running Houston on January 20th, and I can't wait to get a time that I feel I deserve. I set my 10-mile PR twice this year. The 2 times I ran it, in April I ran a 63:02, and then I just ran a 61:31. Unbelievable, like out of nowhere. As a matter of fact, I did that the week before my marathon, and that was when both Rich and Melanie had both told me I needed to scratch, and I had spent 2 weeks in the hospital getting fluids, barely able to stand, not even able to finish my runs, not even able to put 3 miles together somehow, but the glory of God and the help of several doctors. I have to thank Sally Frank, my nurse practitioner for Dr. LeBeau, Amanda Wiles, and Restorative Health Solutions, and Bill Swanson, applied kinesiologist, amazing, that helped me put my health back together so rapidly, so I could compete not only in that 10-mile, but also compete in my marathon. I also set a 15K PR this year and won the GYS 15K for the 2nd year in a row. And then I just completed my first ever marathon, which is great, in a 2:49. So, which we didn't even think, first of all, we didn't even think I could compete, but my coach was hoping for a 52:53. That's what he said I was capable of, and to be able to come out and run at 2:49 it's unbelievable, and it also makes my dream of the Olympics, it makes it real. I mean, 8 to 10 seconds a mile is all I have to take off. I feel that's doable, or that I should have that by April. So I do plan on, I still have to, make some final plans with my coach Rich Anderson, but I would like to qualify for the Olympics at home in Bismarck in September. So that's my plan for that. Good. Okay, so my thank yous. My thank yous, number one, to my husband. Without my husband, none of this would be possible. I know that I kept working through this when I was supposed to be on bed rest, and when things were really tough, and there were times my husband, he had to help me shower or help me get in and out of bed at night, and it was really... It was a really tough situation to be in, and I know a lot of times he was scared, but we didn't give up, and we stuck through it. And thank you to my family, and thank you to my friends who supported me during this time, and instead of criticizing me for sticking to my dream and for working hard, instead of that, you just supported me and were here for me in any way that you could be. Thank you to my coaches, Rich Anderson. God, Rich, where would I be without you? Can you believe when I messaged you 3.5 years ago and asked for some help, we would be here today? Holy crap. My strength coach, Melanie Carvel. Melanie's been working with me since January, February. I think January, February, with strengthening my hips, my glutes. Without Melanie, I couldn't, I always felt like I had more, but my legs just couldn't handle it. It's like when I was done, I wasn't even tired, but my legs just didn't have anything left, which kind of I felt at the end of the marathon. But after 23 miles of up and down rolling hills, without Melanie, I could have never done that. Especially those of you that know me know that I train on the treadmill. As soon as the weather gets even a little bit dicey, I'm on the treadmill. So the vast majority, probably 95% of my miles, have been on the treadmill due to, we had the smoke, then we had the weather. So there ain't no hills on a treadmill. So without Melanie, I wouldn't have been there. So, and just her love and care, and sometimes she just gives me a hug and helps me with my breathing, and just, I look forward to what all of us have in the future. So thank you to my training partners, Patrick Nagel, and to Chantel Steenan. You guys are there through thick and thin, through everything. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. It used to just be Patrick and I, and then we added Chantel, and thank God, because between them both, sometimes I still don't have a partner there. So I'd like to thank Brad Galbranson, Eric Schaefer, for those early long runs where you guys were by my side making sure that I was okay. I mean, things were really rough this winter just with my health, and I mean, both Eric and Brad had to like help me like dress and undress or stop to go to the bath. I mean, like they actually had to help me. So talk about bonding as a friendship. But thank you to Jessica Dvorak. She shows up when I don't have anyone there to make sure that I get my workouts in. There's many days that I was so tired and I didn't feel good, but I knew Jess was counting on me to be there. Thank you to Larissa Harrison, Crystal Orff, Sister Melissa, all Moran Blair, all my 5 a.m. warriors that got up on Saturdays, at 3-4 o'clock in the morning to meet me at the gym on the only day that they could possibly sleep in, just to make sure that I got my stuff done. Thank you to Caroline, my teammate. I look forward to being by your side. Well, I won't be by your side long in Houston, but getting to spend time with Caroline and Houston and in Prague this year is going to be absolutely amazing. Who has the opportunity to call the fastest woman in the world 13 miles and under a teammate? I do. Like, oh my God, thanks, Rich. My sponsors, Verge Fitness. Verge Fitness is not just a gym, but it's also my family. Aaron has done a really great job at creating an environment for me this year where I can thrive not only professionally but personally. Just done a fantastic job of that, plus all the new equipment. Thank God we got those new treadmills. Cody Davis, you've been just unbelievable in your support, and us as strong women, just supporting each other, building each other up, pushing each other to be our best. And Angela, you are amazing. You're always so supportive and you understand. There's a difference. Like Cody gets CrossFit and she gets that like just being a runner, you get it. You just get it, and checking on me and making sure that I'm okay, and I have water on those 20+ mile runs on the treadmill, which is fantastic. To Ariana too at Verge, just checking on me every 15 minutes on those long days, just making sure I had enough water, make sure I was okay. The times we had to prop the trash can up because I'm throwing up as I'm doing those runs, but I didn't stop. Just thank you guys. Thank you to Ken Walls and Lisa Langang at Walls Financial for all the support. They not only they sponsor the track club too, just like Verge does, but they sponsor me personally like Verge. Ken even goes a step farther, and he's helping me with some of the costs for Houston. And it's just wonderful people, supportive, anything I need. H&I Nutrition has helped me with all my nutritional needs. It's been really, really hard this year. When I first found out I had to go gluten, dairy, and soy-free, I was abandoned. I was actually back home in St. Louis supposed to be training, and I couldn't train until I finally got the okay, but I didn't have any food choices. So, no supplement choices. Casein is in everything, soy is in everything. So H&I really did a good job of helping me get my nutrition back on track. So, now I can get 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. Which is great. Condition Addiction and Dakota Awards. Thank you so much, Kaylee and Dick, for all your continued support and help for me, keeping me looking fresh in my clothes, which is nice, and just all the support of me and everybody in our community. You guys are just angels. So also to Jessica Winiger from Peak Chiropractic. Guys, if you have not tried applied kinesiology or a chiropractor who can not only just do skeletal but muscular neurological, as a runner, it is an absolute must. I went from not being able to walk 2 years ago at the Santa Run to getting shots, I cortisone shots in my knees the night before the race, to now just short of qualifying for the Olympic trials. Jessica is one of the main reasons why. So when your body works, it's an amazing thing. To Tony Haller at Advanced Physical Therapy. you know, with I mean, he would just stop whatever he's doing whenever I came in and make sure that I had ultrasound on my ankle. There were some days my ankle was swelled up like a grapefruit from it being broken, or doing soft tissue work. I also had some hip problems from the autoimmune diseases this year, and there wasn't a time that he didn't fit me in. I'm a firm believer in Tony. You will limp in and run out. So also to Allie Wolf, Allie has been amazing. She makes sure that I'm always picture ready, to the hilt, hair done, eyebrows waxed, just everything, and just to support you as a friend, besides all the staging, I guess, if you want to call it. She's been there for me. So I already gave a shout out to Bill Swanson, Restorative Health Solutions, Sally Frank, and Amanda Wiles, and all their help. So to close it up, my plans for this coming year, I start back training today. I actually got in the gym yesterday, did a workout, and I was like, oh God, it all hurts. But we plan on running in Houston January 20th, which will be awesome. I'm looking for that nice big PR in that half marathon. February, I think we're going to Arizona. We'll go to Prague on April 6th, which is the fastest half marathon in the world. So really looking forward to that. For those of you that are like, hold on, you're trying to qualify for the Olympics and marathon. I have this talk all the time with people that I'm training that want to qualify for like Boston and things like that. You can't just keep adding miles and hope that you get faster. You'll have to get your half marathon faster, then you can add the miles. You're never going to get faster by just adding miles, right? So we need like the tempo work, the speed work, and then we can add those miles. So my main goal for the spring for sure is to get that half nice and fast. I'm not sure if at Fargo I will run the half or the full yet. I kind of got a bitter relationship with that. I kind of want some revenge on that half marathon. Even the title would be freaking awesome, and I know I'm capable of it. At the same time, I don't know, a title in the full would be great too. So we'll make our decision on that. Besides that, don't have any plans for like actual summer races until the GYS race 3 weeks before Bismarck Marathon. So, and once again, I do plan on, no matter what, that's why I'm a little bit scared about racing the full in Fargo. I would like to qualify for the Olympics at home. Bismarck was my first half, and it changed my life when I ran it. And I would like nothing more than to qualify for the Olympics at the race that changed my life. So, kind of my goal there. Good. So I'm gonna need your support this year and your love. And if you need anything from me, let me know. If you have questions for me, let me know. This video was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I think I'm working on my tan though. I don't know. So that's really good here at the airport. Guys, never give up on yourself and never give up on your dreams. And you know, I did face some criticism towards the end of my training regarding the fact that I was training, and it was very hurtful for people to tell me I wasn't taking care of myself, or that I was abusing my body and I was making bad decisions, or I was being a bad example when I was training when I was sick. You know, if I wasn't taking care of myself to the level that I am, I'd never be able to be where I am today. And you know, before you're quick to criticize, I think you should look at your own life and where you are and worry about your own life instead of other people's lives. You know, guys, our job here is not to tear each other down. It's to lift each other up, and I've dedicated my career to lifting others up and motivating others, and helping them become the best that they can be as I evolve daily and weekly as a person, a Christian, a wife, a coach, a mentor, and I just, you know, make sure you're the person that makes everybody feel like somebody. And I just, you know, keep working hard, guys. Life isn't easy. It's never going to be easy. If I only worked out on the days that I felt good, I wouldn't be here making this video right now. I overcame. It took a lot of failures. I had a lot of failures this year. I mean, literally failures. But at the end of the day, I also had a lot of successes. And how I look at everything is a matter of perspective, and what I focus on is what I become, right? And I'm choosing to focus on all the positive things this year, and I feel that getting sick has been a gift from God and the best thing that's ever happened to me, because it has made me healthier, stronger, just a better person. And once again, that's a matter of perspective, because a lot of people will think of all of the sacrifices and all the things they had to give up, but I look at it as all the things I had to gain. My illnesses and my failures didn't happen to me, they happened for me. They happened to make me stronger and make me a better athlete, a better coach. I am such a better coach because of the things that have happened to me this year. And I just, God is good. So when you look at your life, guys, make sure you realize life is happening for you, not to you. And I love you guys, and thank you so much for all the support. And I look forward to a great year. Thank you. I'm not sure where the end button is. I can't see anything. Hold on. Oh, there it is.